The Broncos will kick it away first. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Rams him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs turn into long games, because of his ability after the catch. It's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Had to throw it before he wanted. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
And the Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Boise State's offense will get the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense set for a first down play. To throw, it's Cano. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And just pressure. You got to love the ability to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. And then the cherry on the sundae, Jesse, is getting him on the ground and forcing a long yardage situation.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Broncos! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
This offense is so... and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. 3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The Hilltoppers are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. It doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. The play action fake. Still looking, on the move. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll have to get it to the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And once he got loose, it was all over. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Looking to pass. It's Cano. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Broncos have their offense in high gear. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the back. And the Broncos get enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll give it to him again. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked down for the tackle.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Out of the backfield, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line.
I love it. Forget all the cute stuff. It's first and goal. I'm trying to get 6. Nice job. Just get the quarterback under center. Let us push him into the end zone and get the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to...
And he's running in the open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. 2nd down coming up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Toppers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Broncos want to move quickly. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Ramirez. Tackle is made after the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Cano. Lost one deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Broncos look to keep this drive humming. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. It is good! And with that, they've taken the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. At midfield, he's got room. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. Got a wide open receiver. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The Hilltoppers will have it first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They want to just keep throwing it. Right on target this time.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive.
Called the fake. He's going to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Cano. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it at the 30 and still running. He's loose. Touchdown, Broncos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Duke. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Pulls it in. It's Hendricks. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go back to the air on second down. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Boise for a fun first half than you? Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
And the Hilltoppers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Boise State. What a grab and go for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity.
Defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog volleys up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
They've got the screen set up.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
At the 35, he's loose. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Broncos headed quickly to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Touchdown, Broncos! And the stomping has commenced. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. Makes a move. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not, but my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Broncos! And the pummeling has started. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Here comes the offense on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Hilltoppers are on the move. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Shotgun snap on third down. He's got the back in the middle. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Running back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Cano. Got his man quickly. The Broncos will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll pull it down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly.
The hand to the running back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
After misfiring, it's second down. Scanning the field, it's Montgomery. Dumps it to the back. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He wants to throw it again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Broncos in the hurry up. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Boise State! And the beatdown has ensued. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockne and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They are up by just 1 over Duke. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Wants to throw. It's Montgomery. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now on third down for this offense. Off play action. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. He'll come out throwing on first down. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. He wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And here comes the offense on second down. They want that clock to run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Broncos. And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Zings it complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Montgomery. Coming after him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll line up for a second down play. The aerial assault continues. Fires it incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
And the Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Boise State ready to send out that offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that touchdown, I would say this one is out of reach.
It is out of reach. A lot of coaches pull their starters, start to build some of that depth, put some other guys in. But listen, keep playing, keep executing. Their job is stop you.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get... And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Cano. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Dialing up a second down pass play. Got him and nobody's close. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? They'll use the running game on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. They'll go jumbo package. 3 tight end set. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going up top on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.